That's why I'm hero villain, cause I really get it, and I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide up. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the lead linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That was close to a big play, just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. This is taken at the 10. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Quick throw to Olave. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for him. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Saints at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking to go 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll try to throw now. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They go play action. Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Winston on 3rd and 2. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Back deep is Micah Hyde. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Still 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
That's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously got to carry the ball. How about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Mixon with a first down carry. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. David Onyemata, excellent effort. And he earns a tackle for loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Now Burrow. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up to get the sack on 1st down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as he was leaving his hand.
They might need to change the pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long for Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Hayden Hurst for the first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it.
And a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
First down. Here's Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're way back before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. How is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Burrow on third down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he coughed it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So really a nightmare of a first half for him, Charles. His second lost fumble already.
And when they hand us a stat sheet, Brandon, and we see 2 lost fumbles, we usually get a quarterback or running back, don't we? It's not often you see guys on the perimeter lose the ball like that.
Zach Bond there on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So getting 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And out of bounds right around the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
8-yard pickup. First down, Cincinnati.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Ready?
Here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Randall Cobb as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Finding room at midfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On play action, Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They got to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
2nd and goal at the Bengals 4-yard line.
Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, and catch it, and he gets it done.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after 1 play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. taken down by Pete Werner.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's not about pressure, but the accuracy and the timing of the guy trying to throw the football. Ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll give it 8 that time. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I see another pitch and catch to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
After the sack on first down, Winston flush to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Throwing, Winston. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston, that's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fourth down, Winston. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run it again with Kamara. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! Adam Troutman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Let's go on the extra point. And lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say, run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have to lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Well, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Touchdown, Bengals. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Winston now. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good for the Saints. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action now. Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back, and he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there. On 2nd down and 4, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
That's another Saints first down.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jameis to throw it. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Kamara, and I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all